Hello friends and students, once again welcome to my channel Maths Tips for You. In this channel, I have started studying indefinite integrations. So this is a playlist of indefinite integrations. Now it is the video part 17. In this part 17, we shall start with integration by parts. Now we shall see first few simple example. Now there are two types of example. First one, integration of x e raised to x dx. Number two, integration of x log x dx. Number third, integration of x sin x dx. Number four, integration of x into cos square x. Number five, integration of x into sin square x dx. And part two, number one, integration of log x, integration of cos inverse of root x. Number three, integration of sin of log x dx. Number 4, integration of sin inverse x. Number 5, integration of tan inverse x. So we shall start one by one. Number 1, integration of x e raised to x dx. We know that integration by parts, if u and v are two functions, integration of u into v dx is equal to u into integration of v dx minus integration of v dx into derivative of u with respect to x dx. This is the integration by parts. Now here there are product of two different types of functions, x e raised to x. Now the choice of the first function, first and second function, is very important. We know that integration of e raised to x is e raised to x and integration of x is equal to x square upon 2. But if you take the derivative of e raised to x and derivative of x is 1. So derivative of x is vanishing. So we take x as a first function and e raised to as a second function. So this is equal to, by using integration by parts, is equal to x as first function, so x into integration of e raised to x dx minus integration of e raised to x dx into derivative of x with respect to x. Now is equal to x integration of e raised to x minus integration of e raised to x derivative of x is 1 dx is equal to x e raised to x minus e raised to x dx is equal to x e raised to x minus e raised to x integration is e raised to x plus some constant. Now you understand why I had taken first function as x. If I had taken e raised to x as a first function, then we try to solve this example by taking e raised to x as a first function. So this is equal to e raised to x integration of x dx minus integration of x dx into derivative of e raised to x dx. So this is equal to e raised to x integration of x is x square upon 2 minus here x square upon 2 into e raised to dx. Now it is again become a complicated. So the choice of the first function is very critical in finding the integration by using integration by parts. So this is number 1. Number 2 now. Integration of x log x dx. X log x dx. Now we know the integration of x, but we don't know the integration of log x. So log x will be the first function and x will be the second function. Therefore, using integration by parts, integration of u into v dx is equal to u into integration v dx minus integration of v dx into du by dx. So, taking log x as a first function and x as a second function. So, this is equal to log x integration of x dx minus integration of x dx into derivative of log x is equal to integration of x is x square upon 2 log x minus integration of x is x square by 2, derivative of log is 1 upon x dx. So, this is equal to x square upon 2 log x minus 1 factor of x get cancelled. So, 1 upon 2 x dx, it is equal to x square upon 2 log x minus 1 upon 2 integration of x is x square upon 2 plus c. So, this is equal to x square upon 2 into log x minus x square upon 4 plus c. So, this is the answer. Now, you observe that here we have taken log x as a first function and x as a second function, but in first example we have taken x as a first function and e raised to s as a second function. Now, you understand which function should be taken first function and which function is taken to be second function. Whose derivative is going to be vanishing, you treat this as first function, or if you know the integration of the function, then you can take that as second function. Example number 3, integration of x sin x dx. Now, you can guess which is the first function and which is the second function. We know that the integration of sin x is equal to minus cos x and the derivative of x is equal to 1. So, derivative of x is vanishing. So, we take x as a first function and we use integration of u into v dx is equal to u into integration of v dx minus integration of v dx into du by dx with respect to x. So, this is equal to using integration by parts x into integration of sin x dx minus integration of sin x dx into derivative of x with respect to x. Integration of sin x is equal to minus cos x. So, minus x cos x minus cos x, derivative of x is 1 dx. So, this is equal to minus x cos x minus minus become integration of cos x dx is equal to minus x cos x plus integration of cos x is equal to sin x plus c. So, this is the answer. Now, second, number 4th, integration of x into cos square x dx, x cos square x dx. So, again we take x as a first function and cos square x as a second function. So, this is equal to x integration of cos square x dx minus integration of cos square x dx into derivative of x dx is equal to, now we convert cos square in terms of linear function by using half angle formula. X is equal to 2 cos square x is equal to 1 plus cos of 2x, 1 plus cos of 2x upon 2. We know that cos of 2x is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1. So, 2 cos square x is equal to 1 plus cos 2x dx minus integration of cos square x is equal to 1 plus cos of 2x upon 2 dx, derivative of x is 1 dx. So, this is equal to x divided by 2 integration of 1 plus cos of 2x dx minus here 1 upon 2 outside of this. So, it is x by 2 plus integration of cos of 2x is equal to sin of 2x divided by 2. So, sin of 2x divided by 2, here already 2, it is become 4 and dx. So, this is equal to x by 2, here x plus integration cos x is equal to sin of 2x upon 2 minus integration of x by 2 is x square by 2, it is so 4 minus integration of sin x is equal to minus cos x. So, it is become plus cos of 2x divided by 2, 2 into 4 it is equal to 6 plus some constant. So, this is equal to multiply x inside the bracket x by 2, x square by 2 plus x into sin 2x divided by 2 into 2 is 4 minus x square by 4 plus cos of 2x divided by 6 plus c is equal to x square upon 2 minus x square by 4, it is become x square by 4 plus x sin of 2x divided by 4 plus cos of 2x divided by 6 plus c. So, this is the answer. Similarly, you can find number 5 integration of x into sin square x dx. It is left to you as an exercise. Now, type 2, type 2, number 1 integration of log x dx. Here is a single function, there is no any other product of this integration, only containing single function. For that we take one as a one of the function. So, this is equal to 1 into log x dx. Now, we apply integration by parts. Now, we do not know integration of log x, but we know the integration of x. So, taking log x as a first function and 1 as a second function. So, this is equal to integration by parts log x integration of 1 dx minus integration of 1 dx into derivative of log x dx is equal to integration of 1 is x into log x minus integration of 1 x, derivative of log is 1 upon x dx. So, this is equal to x log x minus x get cancelled 1 dx. So, this is equal to x log x minus integration of x, 1 is x. So, minus x plus c. So, this is the answer. Number 2 integration of cos inverse of root x dx. Now, it is only single function, but we can use substitution method. We take root x is equal to t, put root x is equal to t, differentiating with respect to t, 1 upon 2 root x dx is equal to dt. Therefore, dx is become 2 root x dt, that is root x is equal to t, 2t dt. Therefore, the given integration become cos inverse of t and dx is replaced by 2 times t dt. So, it is 2 times t dt. So it is 2t cos inverse of t dt. Here it is again product of two function. So we use integration by parts. Here we take t as a function because its derivative is going to be vanished, and we know its derivative of cos inverse of t. So this is equal to 2 into bracket t as a first function integration of cos inverse t dt minus integration of cos inverse of t dt into derivative of t with respect to t dt, bracket complete. So it is equal to 2 bracket integration of cos inverse t is 1 upon under root of minus 1 upon under root of 1 minus t square. So minus t upon under root of 1 minus t square minus 1 upon under root of 1 minus t square. It is the integration of cos inverse of t, and derivative of t is 1 dt, bracket complete, is equal to 2 bracket minus t under root of 1 minus t square minus minus become plus integration of 1 upon under root of 1 minus t square dt, bracket complete, is equal to integration of 1 upon under root of 1 minus t square is equal to sine inverse of t. So 2 minus 2t upon under root of 1 minus t square plus 2 into sine inverse of t plus some constant. Now t is equal to root x. So this is equal to minus 2 root of x upon under root of 1 t square means x plus 2 sine inverse of root x plus c. So this is the answer. Number third, integration of sine of log x dx. Integration of sine of log x dx. Now here again we use substitution method. First put log of x is equal to t. Then its derivative is 1 upon x dx is equal to dt. That is dx is equal to x times dt. Here log of x is equal to t, its base is a, and therefore x is equal to e raised to t, and therefore it is equal to dx is equal to e raised to t dt. Now the given integral I take I is equal to sine of log x dx. Now we replace dx by e raised to t dt and log x by t. So this is equal to sine of t into e raised to t dt. So it is equal to e raised to t into sine t dt. This is equal to I. This is number 1. Now here it is product of two different types of functions. Now we use integration by parts. Now here no one function is going to be vanished. So either e raised to t as a first function or sine of t you can take first function. So it is left to you which function you should take first function. So I will take this as a first function. So this is equal to, by using integration by parts, e raised to t integration of sine t dt minus integration of sine of t dt derivative of e raised to t dt with respect to t. So this is equal to integration of sin t is equal to minus cos t. So minus e raised to t cos t minus cos t integration of sin, and e raised to x derivative of e raised to t is e raised to t dt is equal to minus e raised to t cos t minus minus become plus e raised to t cos t dt is equal to. Now again we apply integration by parts. Here I take e raised to t as a first function and cos t as a second function. So minus e raised to t cos t plus bracket e raised to t integration of cos t dt minus integration of cos of t dt and derivative of e raised to t with respect to t dt bracket complete. So it is equal to minus e raised to t cos of t plus here e raised to t integration of cos t is sin t minus integration of cos t is sin t, e raised to t is e raised to t dt. This is equal to I. But this is nothing but from equation 1 it is I, e raised to t sin t, e raised to t sin t integration dt. So this is equal to I is equal to minus e raised to t cos t plus e raised to t sin t minus I from equation 1. Taking minus I to the left hand side, it is become 2i plus I 2i minus e raised to t cos t plus e raised to t sin t dividing by 2. So it is minus e raised to t cos t plus e raised to t sin t divided by 2. It is equal to e raised to t, x is equal to e raised to t. So minus x cos of t is equal to root x divided by 2 plus e raised to t is x sin of t is root x divided by 2 plus some constant. So this is the integration. Here it is called termination. Here we have to terminate. If you again integrate, you will get repeatedly same terms. So in order to terminate this, we have taken I, and taking I to the LHS, it is become 2I. In this way we can solve such type of example of integration by parts. Next, number 4 is integration of sin inverse x dx, and 5 integration of tan inverse x dx. I will solve the fifth one, and number 4th is left to you as an exercise. So number 5th, let I is equal to integration of tan inverse x dx. Now I can write this is as 1 into tan inverse x dx. We don't know the integration of tan inverse x, but we know the derivative of tan inverse x. Derivative of tan inverse x is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x square. So we take tan inverse x as a first function and 1 as a second function by using integration by parts. It is equal to tan inverse x integration of 1 dx minus integration of 1 dx into derivative of tan inverse of x dx. So this is equal to integration of x, 1 is x, so x tan inverse x minus x, derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. So this is equal to x tan inverse x minus x upon 1 plus x square dx. Now the question is to evaluate this integration. So this is, let us denote this is as I1, and therefore I1 is equal to integration of x upon 1 plus x square dx. Derivative of 1 plus x square is equal to 2x. So we multiply and divide by 2. So this is equal to 1 by 2 integration of d by dx of 1 plus x square upon 1 plus x square dx. It is like integration of f dash of x upon f of x. F dash of x upon f of x dx, its integration is log of f of x. So using this, I1 is equal to 1 upon log of 1 plus x square, and therefore I is equal to, the given integration is equal to x tan inverse x tan inverse x minus integration of this is integration of x upon 1 plus x square is 1 half log of 1 plus x square plus c. So this is the integration. In this way we have solved a few example on integration by parts. Now you understood which function to be taken as a first and which is to be second. Thanking you for watching my video.